And let's all go ahead and come into a comfortable seat. And by that, I mean comfortable. Sitting in a chair, on a couch, on your bed, sitting on your mat, up on a block like I am, on a cushion, pillow, rolled up towel, whatever feels good for your joints and your body. And we'll just sit up beautifully tall, not straining, but just drawing ourselves up to our full height and all of our regalness. Burping and farting and all of that stuff aside, we are regal creatures. We are divine. We are part of the universe. And we should treat ourselves as such. So sitting up nice and tall in the most supportive seat that you can find, just notice the connection of your sit bones, your legs, your feet, to the support that's underneath you. Just notice how that feels. Bring your attention to those areas and notice the connection between the bottom of your body and the earth. So we'll just imagine we're sitting on the earth, because we are right above it. Sitting here on the earth, grounded through the bottoms of our bodies, connected. And let's just bring the attention to the breath now. And if it's comfortable for you, go ahead and close your eyes. And if it's not, just soften your gaze. And just notice the feeling of the air as it flows in your nostrils. And then just notice the air as it leaves your nostrils each time you exhale. Don't try to change the breath just yet. Just notice where you are. Our breath can be a wonderful indicator of how we're feeling. If we're breathing fast or slow, shallow or deep, irregularly or nice and regular. Just take stock. And just recognize that that's where you are right now. And trust that that is exactly where you should be, that you're okay in this moment, just the way you are right now. But know that you have the power of the breath to tap more deeply into the parasympathetic nervous system. The part of our nervous system that allows us to relax, to restore, to digest, to rest, to eliminate, to sleep. And when we let our parasympathetic nervous system know that things are okay in the right here, right now, by breathing deeply, we can more comfortably do those things. So let's tap into the parasympathetic nervous system and invite it with our deepening breath to come on board by drawing each inhale down into the belly, as deep as you can go without straining, and then just letting it go. Maybe imagine that the deepest part of your belly, down near the pelvic bowl, is a water balloon. And imagine you have the mouth of the water balloon hooked up to the faucet. And as you inhale that air, the water balloon fills from the bottom until it reaches the top. And then just let it go. Inhale deep into the belly, filling up that imaginary water balloon. And then just let it go. Let's find 5 more breaths like that. Moving at your own pace, in your own timing. Filling up the belly with air. And just letting it go. Maybe invite your chin to tuck a little bit as you continue to breathe, drawing the crown of the head up towards the sky. Maybe again, notice the connection of your body to the earth. And when you've found your 5 breaths there, just let go of control of the breath. Letting the body take over, letting your parasympathetic nervous system take over for you. Continuing that nice deep breath. And then if you have your legs crossed, maybe go ahead and switch your legs. Just balancing the hips, balancing the knees, the ankles. And the next time you inhale that nice deep belly, go ahead and walk your fingertips out to the sides, or if you're sitting in a chair, just let them hang down at your sides. Maybe roll your shoulders up and back and down. Maybe do a few shoulder rolls here, just lifting the heart and allowing those shoulder blades to come down the back. And then with those shoulder blades coming down towards the back pockets, the heart lifted and the chin tucked. Inhale that nice deep breath again. Reconnect. Stay for the exhale. And the next time you inhale, let's go ahead and raise the arms up to the sky, coming into a kind of a V shape alongside the ears. When you exhale, turn the palms down and float the arms back down towards the earth. Just nice and slow. Inhale the arms up to the sky in a V. And as you exhale, turn the palms out and let the arms float back down to the earth. Continue doing that, moving like you're floating through water. Just back and forth, up and down, inhale and exhale. And the next time you inhale your arms up into this V shape, stay for the exhale. Really draw those shoulders down the back. Actually, lift the shoulders up towards the ears first and notice how that feels. That feels kind of awkward. That's about as awkward as you ever want to feel in yoga. And the next time you exhale, draw the shoulders away from you, really plugging those arm bones into the shoulder sockets. Continue breathing here in this victorious V pose. Ta-da! Victorious. And maybe invite the pinkies to rotate in toward one another, opening up space in between the shoulder blades in the back body. One more big full breath here, in and out. And then the next time you exhale, go ahead and rotate over towards the right, letting the arms float down to the earth. Let the left fingertips come to the right thigh or knee. And let the right fingertips make a little kickstand for you behind your right hip. You can keep your gaze forward here if that feels good in your neck, or maybe you want to look over to the right side, or maybe even back over the right shoulder. Anywhere in between, whatever feels good in your neck, continuing to breathe. Inhale, drawing the crown of the head up towards the sky and tucking the chin. And exhale just to relax into this gentle, gentle twist. Inhale, making the spine nice and long all the way from the tailbone to the crown. And exhale just to soften. One more full breath here. And then let's unwind, inhaling the arms back to our victorious pose. And then exhale to twist over to the left. Right fingertips to left thigh or knee, left fingertips to tent behind the left hip. Experiment a little bit with wherever you take your gaze here. See what feels best for you and breathe into that space. Inhaling length, exhaling to twist. Draw that left shoulder back, opening up and lifting through the heart. Keep the chin tucked. One more full breath here. And then let's go ahead and unwind, inhaling the arms back up to our victorious pose. And then exhale to release the arms back down to the knees. Let's go ahead and switch the cross again if you have your legs crossed. Let's inhale a nice tall spine here and kind of walk those right fingertips out to the side. And if you're sitting on a surface, just touch the surface. If you're not, just reach out to the side. Go ahead and tilt. Let me back up a little bit. Let's take a nice tall spine here and reach the right fingertips out to the side, lifting the fingertips from the earth. So we're just drawing that right arm out long. And then let's go ahead and tilt the left ear to the left side, towards that left shoulder. Right arm out long, left ear towards left shoulder, making a nice long line from the fingertips all the way up to the top of the head. Notice how that feels in your neck, your shoulder, maybe your arm. Continue to draw that nice, deep belly breath. Maybe you want to rotate the gaze down towards the earth a little bit, getting more of a stretch in the back of the neck. Or maybe explore how it would feel to look up towards the sky and get more of a stretch in the front of the neck. Find a place that you feel supported, that feels delicious and wonderful, just a really yummy stretch here. One more inhale here. Exhale to release the right fingers back to the right knee. And before you lift the head, take the palm of the left hand to the left cheek. And gently bring the head to the top of the spine. Nice and tender. We don't want to undo all that lovely stretching we just did over there on the right. So the next time you inhale, reestablish that long spine and that deep inhale and stretch those left fingertips out to the side. Go ahead and let the right ear come towards the right shoulder. Stretching long through the arm, through the shoulder, through the neck, all the way up to the top of the head. Breathing here. Maybe rotate the head towards the earth or up to the sky and explore and see where this feels best in your neck today. Stay there for 2 full breaths, just breathing and noticing what you feel. Keep the head where it is and go ahead and release the left arm. And then bring your tender right palm to your right cheek and gently lift the head up to the top of the spine. Release the palm to the knees. And then let's go ahead and come to butterfly pose here. Cobbler's pose, also known as Baddha Konasana in Sanskrit. Bringing the soles of the feet together and letting the knees just come out to the side like butterfly wings. You can hold on to the ankles here or maybe on the toe tips. Whatever allows you to have that nice tall spine, lifting the heart, tucking the chin, and drawing those shoulder blades down the back. You can stay on your pillow or block or whatever you're sitting on, or remove it to let your hips have a little more space. You can also put pillows or blocks or rolled up towels or something underneath the knees if this isn't comfortable for you. But let's go ahead and inhale a couple gentle cat-cows here. Inhaling the heart forward, keeping that chin tucked, and exhaling to round back into that cat back. Inhale, lifting the heart and arching the back just a bit. And exhale, rounding through the back, tucking the chin towards the chest. Kind of rocking back and forth as if you were riding a super slow horse. Just back and forth, nice and flowy. And then the next time you inhale forward, start making circles over to the right, exhaling through the right side body and back into cat. And inhaling through the left side body and forward into cow. They don't have to be big circles. They can be very subtle circles, just moving with the breath, getting a little movement in the ribs, in the low back, in the shoulders. And the next time you inhale yourself forward to cow pose, go ahead and exhale, rotating the body to exhale through the left and inhale up through the right. Just feeling what you feel. Kind of maybe imagine you've got a rubber scraper and you're scraping the inside of a peanut butter jar. Getting all that yummy peanut butter. And the next time you inhale, come back to a nice tall seat. And maybe take the thumbs here and massage the feet a little bit. Open up the feet kind of like a book here and press the thumb tips and the fingertips into the arches and into the heels. Maybe squeezing the balls of the feet just underneath the toes. Maybe squeezing the toes. Noticing where you might have some tender spots. And just sending those areas a little bit of love. Maybe even massaging into your ankles a little bit if that feels good here. And just allow yourself to be curious and see what's going on down there. We don't typically get this intimate with our feet. And then let's go ahead and come to staff pose, Dandasana, with the legs extended out in the front. And if you're still sitting in a chair at this point, just continue sitting in the chair, and I'll modify as we go along. So we're still sitting up nice and straight. We're lifting the heart, we're tucking the chin, we're drawing the shoulder blades down towards the back pockets. Reestablish the connection of your body with the earth underneath you. And if you're seated in Dandasana, maybe flex the feet and point the toes up towards the sky. Reestablish your connection to the breath, drawing the air all the way down into your water balloon. And just letting it go. In fact, let's take 3 cleansing breaths like that. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, inhaling deep into the belly, and let it go. Once again, nice deep inhale. Last time. Then reconnect with the breath through the nose. Let's go ahead and inhale those arms up to our victorious pose, rotating the pinkies in toward one another to open up space between the shoulder blades. Stay for that exhale to plug those arm bones into the shoulder sockets. And then inhale forward, just hinging forward at the hips. Still keeping the spine long, we're not rounding here. And just enough to feel some sensation. Doesn't have to be big, just getting a gentle stretch in the back. Stay for a full breath here. And then as you exhale, let the fingertips float down to the knees or the shins or the sides of your mat. And continue to inhale the spine nice and long, leading with the heart. Exhale to draw the shoulder blades down the back and maybe come any amount closer to the tops of the thighs. Inhale here, exhale. The next time you exhale, if it feels good to you, go ahead and just round forward, letting the top of the head come towards the knees. Maybe reach for your ankles. Maybe wrap your fingertips around the bottoms of your feet. Maybe peace sign those big toes and draw the elbows towards the shins. Letting the head be heavy. Breathing into the back body. When you're ready to release, go ahead and inhale to establish that nice long spine. And then as you exhale, use your fingertips to walk yourself back up to a tall seat. Let's go ahead and draw the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh here. Letting the right knee come out to the side. And if you're still sitting in a seat here, if the seat allows, if there's no arms, maybe see if this works for you. If not, just go ahead and continue into the seat and just use the upper body to continue with us. So let's inhale to bring the fingertips out to the side, lift the heart, tuck the chin. The leg is extended. Flex that foot and point the toes up to the sky. Exhale to settle those shoulder blades down the back. And then inhale up into our victorious pose. And exhale to hinge forward at the hips. Again, keeping that nice long spine here. And exhaling to just soften and relax into this position here. Maybe invite the heart to come a little closer to the thigh. Continue breathing here. And kind of maybe have the heart in line with the knee. And the next time you exhale, go ahead and soften, letting the back round, letting the forehead come towards the knee. Letting the head be heavy here. Maybe encourage your heart to come a little bit closer. Maybe you want to clasp around your calf or your ankle or around the bottom of the foot. Just breathing into the back body. Our bodies are crazy little organisms. We've got the skeleton, and it's covered by muscle and fat. And then in between the muscle and the fat and the skin is this little layer called fascia. You might know what that looks like if you've ever skinned a chicken breast or something. There's that little membrane. We have that too. And sometimes it gets kind of crinkled and bunched up between the skin and the muscle. And breathing into the back body like this can help smooth that fascia out. Maybe you might even be able to feel that subtle movement as you inhale. Next time you inhale, go ahead and reestablish that long spine and use the breath to come up nice and tall back to our victorious pose. And then exhale to let the arms float down. I'm not sure how to do this from a chair, but see if you can safely reach back to the back of the chair or plant the palm right behind the right hip here. Establish that nice deep belly breath. Reestablish the long spine. And go ahead and take the left arm out in front of you, palm up towards the sky. On an inhale, press into the right hand, lift the hips, lift the left arm up to the sky, and press into that left hip, making a big rainbow with the body here. Letting your left fingertips point down towards that pot of gold. Press into the ribs, press into the hip, press into the foot. Breathe that nice deep belly breath. And the next time you inhale, go ahead and reach the fingertips back up to the sky and settle the hips back down to the floor. Draw those soles of your feet back in towards one another here, and let's inhale cow. Exhale cat. Inhale cow, reestablishing the alignment of the spine and the hips, and exhale cat. And then come back up to your nice tall spine and send the right leg out long, keeping the sole of the left foot next to the inner thigh here. Reestablish that long spine, tucking the chin, letting the heart lift. Shoulder blades come down the back. Inhale into your victorious pose, tucking that chin and hinge forward at the hips, keeping the heart in line with the knee. Inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to come down any amount more. And the next time you exhale, go ahead and release the fingertips down towards the earth, letting the back round, letting the forehead come towards the knee. Maybe allow your heart to come a little closer to the thigh. Maybe invite your fingers to wrap around the ankle or the bottom of the foot. This is called Janu Shirsasana in Sanskrit, head to knee pose. Breathe here. Filling up that water balloon of a belly. And exhaling just to soften. Notice where you can soften a little bit more. Maybe you've got tension in your jaw or your fingers or your toes that you really don't need. Just let that go. Let's go ahead and inhale, establishing that nice long spine again. And exhale, walking yourself back up tall. Inhale into our victorious pose. And exhale to float the fingertips down towards the earth. Let's go ahead and plant that left palm behind the left hip here. Take the right arm out over the right leg, palm up towards the sky. And let's inhale to press into that left palm, lifting the hips, pressing into the bottom of the right foot, making that beautiful rainbow with the body. You can take the gaze up towards the sky or down towards the earth. You might hear something that sounds suspiciously like an ice cream truck. It's not, it's a creepy ice cream van. I don't know who would let their kids buy ice cream from this creepy van, but it's around all the time here. Just disregard it, notice the sound, and let it go. Continue to breathe here. Inhaling the fingertips up towards the sky and exhaling to release everything back down. Coming back into butterfly pose, inviting your heart into cow and your back into cat. Reestablishing the alignment of the hips and the neck and the back. And if it's available to you, let's go ahead and come down to our backs. If it's not available and you want to stay in a seated position, just close your eyes and relax the body. If you're coming to your back, roll one vertebrae at a time down to the earth. And then let's just reach the fingertips and reach the toes away from one another, getting a nice big stretch through the whole side body, making yourself as long as possible. And then let's bring the soles of the feet to the earth, about as wide as the mat, letting the knees fall in towards one another. And just rest the palms on the belly or on the thighs or knees, whatever is most comfortable here for you. Breathing into this space. Close the eyes if that feels good to you, and just come back to the breath. Use your mind's eye to scan your body, starting at the toes, the feet, the ankles, the shins and the calves, Just noticing as you move your attention up along the body, how it feels. Is there tension? Are you gripping? Just let those places soften and relax. Notice the knees, the thighs, the hips. Notice the low back and the belly. Notice the side body, the heart center, the shoulder blades as they rest upon your support. Notice the fingers, the palms of the hands. Notice the backs of the hands, the wrists. Notice the forearm. Maybe soften through the elbows. Let the upper arms be heavy. Just notice how they feel. Let the shoulders be soft and the neck. Let the jaw soften. Maybe open your mouth and close it a couple of times to release any tension that might be there. The back of the head, the cheeks, the ears even. Just notice what you feel. We hardly ever stop to feel our ears or pay attention to our ears, but if you think about it for a moment and really become aware of the ears, maybe you can feel just a little energy there. Let the eyes be heavy. Let the forehead soften. Let the crown of the head just be soft. Take a nice, big, deep water balloon belly breath. And just let it go and see where else in your body you might be able to soften a little bit more. And let's just continue breathing those nice, deep belly breaths. 5 more full breaths here. Noticing the rise and fall of the body every time you inhale and exhale. Noticing how the body expands as you take in new oxygen. And how the body softens as you release the carbon dioxide. Filling up with oxygen from the earth and the plants and the trees around you. And giving back that life-giving carbon dioxide to all of those beings. And when you've found those 5 breaths, go ahead and invite a little movement into the fingers and the toes. Maybe rotate the wrists a little bit and the ankles. Stretch the body out long. And take a moment just to see if there's anything final that would feel good in your body. If you're lying down, you might want to pull the knees into the chest and roll from side to side a little bit, just giving yourself a nice little massage here. If you're sitting up in a tall seat, you might want to switch the cross of your legs and Reach the arms up overhead and then maybe wrap the arms around you, giving yourself a nice big hug, drawing space in the back body, tucking the chin just a little bit. And then inhale your arms out wide again and give yourself another hug, bringing the opposite arm on top this time. Wrapping your arms around yourself, walking those fingertips back behind the shoulder blades, closing the eyes and giving yourself a nice warm squeeze hug and a little bit of gratitude for showing up for yourself today. The next time you inhale those arms up to your victorious pose. And then draw the palms together and exhale, bringing the hands to the heart. Drawing those thumbs to the heart, lifting the heart to the thumbs. This is where we tuck the chin gently, recognizing the light within one another. The energy that is within each of us, surrounding us, and everything in this universe and connects us all. Namaste.